Welcome to episode 68 of Cougars on Cougars. This is Jess. I'm Mary, here for another off-season special.
Hooray!
We are
closer.
less than 100 days, though, so that's a big milestone.
Oh, that feels pretty good, actually. I honestly can't believe it's May. All right, quote of the week this week comes from Dan Heisman, who is a chess master.
Not to be confused.
Yeah, we're branching out a little bit here. Don't be afraid of losing. Be afraid of playing a game and not learning something. So, you can learn from every sport that you play.
Moving into our first segment today, we are going to do, as we suggested last week, our BYU Power Couple Power Rankings. So, last time we did Power Rankings, I think it was with hair.
Of course.
Which we will do again. We did bad hair and good hair. This is a little, I think, less arbitrary. And I guess we should say a disclaimer that we're not ranking their, worth as human beings. We're not that awful and materialistic,
No.
Only slightly. So our rankings our formula was more based on the sheer athleticism of the couple,
as determined by us.
Yes, there is
totally
no
arbitrary
formula, but we will share a link. The Deseret News actually did this article, and it's pretty up to date. It's only missing a couple. About all of the BYU student athletes who married each other.
Which is quite a few.
I know, they kind of stole our thunder.
Yeah, well, theirs is a little bit out of date.
Theirs is more comprehensive, and they didn't rank them.
That's true, which we are going to do. Clearly.
Should we start at 5 and then go to 1?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so number 5 on our list, we had to go with Reno Mahe and Sunny Tongamahe. So, if you remember, Reno played football at BYU.
Yeah.
Played in the NFL for a while.
Yep.
And then Sunny played volleyball at BYU for 3 years.
And had quite the illustrious career herself.
Yes.
So,
both great athletes. Yep. Great couple. Obviously, we love them. We love that they're still part of BYU.
Yeah, both of them.
So,
number 4, I think some might be surprised that Bronson Kafusi is going to rank so low, but then when you hear who's above him, it might make a little more sense. But we've got Bronson Kafusi and Hillary Smith Kafusi. So obviously Bronson was a star on our defense a couple years ago. Now he plays for the Ravens. And then you've got Hillary, who was a goalkeeper for soccer.
Number 3.
Top 3?
Top 3. Yeah, for sure. So this is, of course, Jimmer Fredette and Whitney Wanakit Fredette. And if you remember, Whitney was a cheerleader at BYU during the Jimmer days.
Cutest,
and of course,
flyer.
Jimmer, one of the best athletes
ever. Did Jimmer play football?
No. He could have, though. He did in high school.
Just kidding, guys. Calm down.
Yeah, who's this Jimmer kid?
And at number 2, we actually jumped the gun a little bit, and I'm a little nervous about it because they aren't married yet. We shared their engagement news last week on the show. Butch Powell and Kalani Purcell. That is some sheer athleticism in that relationship. So you've got Butch, your linebacker, with the killer instinct, and then Kalani, who is one of the best players that's been on the women's basketball team in the past 5 or 10 years, I'd say.
Oh, yeah, for sure. She's really good. If you've ever watched her, she can definitely hold her own on the court. Number 1, can you all guess who this is? He's always at the top of every list we do. Can you branch out?
Hair. He did. Wow, he has a lot of... He's racking up the power ranking titles to claim. Mr. Triple-Double.
Kyle Collinsworth and Shea Martinez Collinsworth. I mean, she's an amazing track star in her own right.
She's a freak.
He's Mr. Triple-Double. Yeah. I don't think it gets better than
Combined, their powers had to put them at the top of the list. So we did want to name some honorable mentions. So those are our top 5. Feel free to let us know how we're wrong or how we're right. That would be welcomed.
That's fine too. Yeah.
For honorable mention, one of our first ones was Harvey Unga and Kalani Moyakai Unga. She played basketball, and obviously he played football. He's back here coaching football, and there's just this cute picture of him. And you'll remember their college careers were actually somewhat scandalized, but they eventually got their happy ending. So
we also had to throw in here honorable mention a couple of baseball players. So Keaton Kringlin and McKenna Santiago, also not married yet, but they are engaged. So I think we talked about them on the show a little bit ago.
When they got engaged. Yep. And then we've got Riley Gates, who is a Snow Canyon alum like myself. Go Warriors. And Maddie Sidaway. So she plays soccer, he plays baseball, and I thought that picture was really cute, too.
That was really adorable. Love that. Chad and Michelle Lewis.
Had to
mention them as well.
They're one of our classic ones.
Chad, of course, played for BYU football, and Michelle was a volleyball star.
Mm-hmm. So then we've got Tyler Haas, who welcome back to the United States, by the way. Tyler, back from Poland, and his wife, Summer Raymond Haas, who was a gymnast for BYU.
Eric and Gabby Mika have to be on here. So she's a cheerleader, and Eric used to play for BYU basketball.
Okay, too soon. Anyway, moving on before I cry. Johnny Linehan and Marissa Linehan, who now have a child, too. So prodigy already in the making. But yeah, so she plays soccer, and he is our punter.
That's
Johnny
right.
Rugby.
And, of course, Mitch Matthews and Maddie Lyons, who just got married just about a month ago, I think.
Tied the knot. So soccer and football there. And we want to say thanks. We put this out there on Twitter. We kind of outsourced for this one, and a lot of our honorable mention ones came from you guys.
Yes, so thank you.
We always like your input. But finally, this is like super honorable mention goes to Matt Carlino and Steve Pierce.
It made us laugh. And this was at Steve's suggestion, by the way.
It was at Steve's suggestion. And as much of a joke it is, we're also serious. We ship it. Why not?
OTP.
Time for Talk of the Town. So we start with two BYU legends.
Seriously. Legends. Steve Young and Jimmer Fredette spoke together at a
I was scrolling through my feed and I was like, what the?
Together?
You don't expect to see them together. Yeah. Where were they?
Probably not. If I remember right, it was some conference or something at ASU.
ASU, that's what I thought.
I don't know.
Wish I would have been at that conference. Speaking of Jimmer, unfortunately, Eric Mika had a workout for the Kings, so he has begun working out for all these teams, and one of his first workouts was for the Sacramento Kings, which brings back a lot of bad memories for BYU fans, doesn't it?
Of course it does.
I think we all look at that and just feel like a pang in our heart. And like,
initially...
Please not Sacramento. Please not Sacramento.
Initially, it was exciting.
I always wanted
fans
him to
were
go to the
excited,
Bucks.
But I know. We should probably mention, by the way, that Eric Mika did sign with an agent.
But we're sad. This was like double sad because we're still sad to see him go. And anyone but the Kings, knock on wood.
They have different coaches now, don't they?
I don't know. Just still, the scar is too deep.
Years.
I can never cheer for the Kings now.
Well, luckily for you, he also worked out for the Nuggets.
Yes.
So that would be even better.
I thought he looked nice in that color, actually.
No, that was my first thought, too.
We'll try and keep up with a few of these. It's hard to get them all. We already mentioned he worked out with the Jazz. So it's good that these teams are getting an opportunity to see him.
I did catch a little bit of Criddle Show Monday where they had someone on there that covers the Nuggets talking about his workout and said that he was pretty impressive. He was one of the guys in the top. So,
moving on to a question that we are going to pose. Is SUU the new UVU? So in the past week, we had Jarrell Springer, who was almost for certain a sure bet for BYU, and then at the last minute, he flipped to SUU, and now Jamal Aites has announced that that's where he's transferring. So it's feeling a little bit familiar. It's feeling like we're getting Mark Poped, but not by Mark Pope.
So, is that a thing now?
Yeah, it's a thing.
Well, good luck to Jamal.
Yes, we do wish him luck.
We will miss his sense of humor.
Mm-hmm.
Elijah Bryant put this on Instagram. Congrats to my best friend on graduating. Janelle and I can't wait to welcome you on the West Coast.
And who is his best friend? I know we've mentioned this before, but it's none other than Seidel Curry, the sister of Steph and my favorite Curry, Seth.
If you've heard of them.
Yeah. So he was back in Georgia over the weekend. He's been back in Georgia for a while with his family, and he went to Elon's graduation. And on his Instagram story, there was like Riley Curry who was there.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah.
So cute.
Always fun. And also, speaking of Eli, he has been vlogging. I intend to write a piece on Vanquish the Foe about some of the stuff he's been putting out there. But he dropped his third one yesterday. So we'll retweet it. Be sure to go check it out. Give him the view. Subscribe to his channel. It's always fun to get a look into their lives like this. His second vlog, I know that me and Jess were laughing out loud multiple times. It was funny.
There were definitely some good moments in there.
He shared some beard tips and tricks that Yoli and LJ shared with him, and hair. So definitely worth checking out.
We should also mention we got a new quarterback recruit, or commitment, I should say, from Zadok Dinkelman, who I know that name just because he's Ty Detmer's nephew.
He is.
So he was
Coy,
a former...
Zadok. Ty has some nephews with some cool names.
Bring us all the good quarterbacks, Ty. Thank you. He was a former LSU quarterback commit, decommitted from there, and now he's coming to BYU.
So for every transfer that leaves us for SUU or UVU, we gain one that picked us over LSU, right?
Yeah, I will take that all day.
I mean, that's how that works, right?
For sure. And it sounds like he knows Ty's offense already really well.
That is an added bonus. I did hear just a couple things. So he's a 3-star, which is good. And I heard that they are looking for someone who's 4 continuous years because some of their other quarterback recruits are mission guys.
Right. Always helps to have someone that already knows Ty's offense, too. I think that'll be very helpful.
Yeah.
All right. There was a fan fest last week. This was up in Davis County. And who was there? Zach Sellius was there.
Yes.
So this is a tweet from Kelly at Kelly_BYU fan. Miley was in heaven. She went to FanFest for one reason, and his name happens to be Zach. And then was super stoked to find Peyton there, too.
I don't know who has a bigger crush on Zach, me or Miley.
Seriously,
we're going to have her on so we can duke it out.
Oh, we should. We'll have, like, Zach Sellius trivia or something.
Like the Justin Bieber board game, but about Zach Sellius?
I bet we could do that. We could pull that off.
So Miley is just the most adorable, and she loves all those BYU guys, so it was fun to see her get to meet them. We had a lot of our Twitter followers go and post pictures with Ty, and
yes, we were very jealous.
It's a cool opportunity. I love this one.
This is another one. Brandon Cook originally tweeted at Fred Warner, "Thank you for taking a pic with Carly. You guys made our day." And then Fred quote tweeted and said, "What Carly wants, Carly gets."
With that emoji. Like, oh my gosh. He is just the cutest.
They're both the cutest. Look at both of their smiles.
They're both adorable.
They're so cute. This is Coach Satake. 10:05 p.m. Pitch black, cold and nippy, and Coach Kalani Satake still refuses to leave until the last fan
what
gets his
time was
autograph.
he supposed to leave? 8:30.
Yeah, it's a long time. It's almost 2 hours
And,
later.
I mean, that guy is not a guy that doesn't have anything better to do. Who knows when the last time he saw his family was. And he's out there.
Was his wife happy about that? I don't know.
2 extra hours. We are so lucky. And for them to even be putting on these fan fests in the first place, which not every fan base gets.
No,
so make sure you're going and taking advantage. I know that there was like a 3-hour long line in Farmington. So I guess we don't need to tell you guys to go because you're going.
Yeah, good job. Baseball is in the WCC tourney. They are the 3 seed, and they will be playing 2 seed LMU in Stockton, California on Thursday. That'll be at 8 p.m. Utah time, and that is on the W.TV.
The next Fan Fest is in Southern California too, so make a summer vacation out of it. I know school's getting out this week. So go up there and stay and go to the baseball game, support them in the WCC tournament, and then go check out the Fan Fest. It's going to be in June 3rd. BYU Football has been tweeting stuff about it. I think we have one more show, so we'll share a few more details then, but that's when the next one is.
Also, shout out to the 46 track athletes advancing to the preliminaries, and that is happening later this week in Texas.
Yes. As for our sponsors this week, our first ones are our BYU grads that were represented at the Billboard Music Awards. This is always one of our favorites to see this crossover. Lindsey Sterling and the Imagine Dragons. Hashtag Cougs and Culture.
Also sponsored by all 1,000 plus of our followers on Twitter. Thank you very much for sticking with us.
Honestly.
We appreciate it, and we hope you keep watching.
May you always stay loyal to the white and blue. For Jess, I'm Mary. We'll see you next week.